Hey guys, what's up? Kyle here, doing another quick 230-gallon update. So I'm at my buddy Nathan's house, which you can see his water system he's got there. All the old fish are all the old temporary holding cells, and then we have our build out for the sump for the tank that's on the other side, and he's done a lot of work, and I've not been able to hang out with him a whole lot lately, so we're going to kind of talk about a couple things. I'm going to try to bring everybody up to speed. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and then we'll chat. All right, so first things first, I gave him some of my Pecani rock that I had left over of, which he's made a masterful piece spire that goes off, which has some awesome potential for some shelving, corals and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Just figured that you might appreciate that. It's pretty legit. And so that's going to go by pretty much one of the first things you see. His water system's over here. It will actually end up on this wall once all this is moved out. These are his fish are temporarily hanging out. He just got today 4 of the massive high door, I think they're like 3,250, yeah. 4 of them for the big tank inside. And then what you might be looking for and waiting for is the show here. So red is going to be drain lines that come in. Now the tank is sitting up here, so head pressure going down. There's plenty of pressure even for the drain water to come and be forced back up into here. So he was able to run the plumbing. I mean, you know, he's running it at full siphon on the 2 outside, and then the middle's your extra, you know, your emergency, which is full open, etc. So temporary painter's tape to hold everything together. He'll bind that up and support it, but it's actually in really good nick anyways. It's not like there's no real reason even to do it. It's just his desire. Sorry, the noises. He's got the thing draining off the top there, skimming off the top. So now he went ahead and bought his Ecotech pump, which is legit. This thing is one of the quietest pumps we've ever heard before. He made this tray basically to where even if water does overflow here, it'll drain, you know, water level raises up, it'll drain out here, and that will go out to the garage. Remember, this will be walled in at some point, but there will still be enough space for plumbing to go over and out. So he'll never have a flood indoors. This is already sealed with poly, tons of poly on this guy. So it's, I mean, like this, it's like plastic. But then he has three lines. So again, coming in, these are the 2, or this is the primary, and this is an emergency. I just worked out that way. So right now this is filled with water right now just to test, hey, if I lost power. And right now he doesn't even have his check valve set up, and he was considering not even putting one on because it's almost doesn't matter. And with the amount of redundancy that it doesn't even matter if it floods out here, who cares? Because any extra will just run off out. He'll plumb that out before. So anyways, this is the big, I can't even remember the L1, I believe, yeah, it's the L1. It's the bigger of the 2, not the M1. So this thing is, he said the calibration for it was awesome. He's got the covers out here, so there will be less evaporation. And then another really cool thing that he's deciding on, I'm helping him decide on, is that what he will do is actually put a second small pump, and it will be the pump that's in this established sump already. We'll get to that. This is going to basically be for reactors and for skimmers only. So he's not even sure he's going to baffle this off because the water is so rapidly moving from right to left here. He's going to put a skimmer in here, and then any reactors he wants in here, he can go ahead and put in, and the water is going to get filtered. Then he'll put that second pump over here from this tank, and this refugium that he has set up from the established 72-gallon before will actually land on top, above all this. He'll build a shelf above all of this, and so that secondary smaller pump with a lower flow will come and push water up, and it will go across naturally the way that it, you know, it would be, the whole thing would be flipped around, but from this side to that side still. And then he would build a drain in over here to overflow and fall back down into a spot there for it maybe. So where he can keep basically have his refugium, that's a lower, slower fed refugium. He's getting a new skimmer, and he's probably going to wait for Black Friday because, you know, that's what happens on Black Friday. So really promising setup for him here, and I'm really excited for him because he'll be able to have his refugium up here, and you know, and then that's even more at eye level, and then maintenance stuff is down here. So he'll cut a hole in here to allow for the skimmer to be in, and then yeah, he's got ball valves everywhere, gently tuned on this guy. Just because the main pump hits this one first, there's a little bit of extra pressure coming through. He tuned it out perfectly though for his tank. It's awesome. There's no water in it right now, but it's, I mean, because it's 300 plus gallons. He dry tested it already. It's no big deal. Or excuse me, 200 plus gallons. So he doesn't want to just keep that in there. Everything's fit. He's got his overflows cut, which he cut himself. So I mean, they're not like surgically CNC smooth or perfect, but by all means, they look really good, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Well, I'll go inside and take a look real quick. Okay, and inside now, we have it up on the stand, and the stand has been refinished. Obviously, it has been re-polyed. A little bit of a nick that has to be taken care of, but that happened whenever we lifted this monstrosity onto the stand. It took all of 6 people to do. It's pretty fantastic. Under here, yeah, let me turn on the light real fast. Alright, so under here, we have some, you can even see underneath the different drain, return, emergency drain, and then the drain and return over there, and the gate valves to help, which all of those are open, right?
All of them are
open. All of them are open right now completely. So, but they could be dialed in if we needed to. But with the DC pump, it's not exactly necessary. Another hole to go through the wall there for the plumbing and all that, or excuse me, the electrical and data cables. So that under here will be completely clear, clean. You can do whatever you want to do under here. You know, you actually can have storage under the aquarium rather than something else. But it's been sealed with silicone even under here. So again, if somehow water does come from somewhere, it's still protected. So one thing that some people might fuss and complain about is it's like, hey, that's not GFCI. Well, it actually is, because it is on the breakers. Hi, dog. So yeah, it's in pretty good condition here. The overflows, again, these were handmade with a saw, and they turned out really well. Got the here. Well, actually, I'm going to stop and turn this light off again. Okay. So from here to this side, it's still. Well, how deep do you think this is from here to the actual back of the or front of the overflows?
18 inches.
It's 18 inches, so it's 18 inches there with a little bit, you know, over here on this side and on the far side as well. There's pockets around it. Of course, the pockets back here, which would make somebody a nice little home. And then you got 4 of the Hydor, the 3350, 3350, 3250. Okay, and now these are supposed to be good for up to 0.8 inches worth of glass, which this is 1 inch.
3/4.
This is 3/4 inch. So technically, I'm thinking that was the other way. These should hold. However, if you notice, there's actually 2 magnets back there. And so he had an issue with, if you take this one off, which I won't actually fully do, but if you take that one off, over time it will just come down. So Hydor said, hey, try it with a second magnet back here, and it's held on just fine. So so they're actually doing an awesome job. He dealt with customer service. They're sending him extra magnets for free. So that's, you know, Hydor, that's a +1 for them. But I'll put a link down here for these pumps. These things are massive too. Like, I mean, my hand, I had a pretty good sized hand. I mean, they are like, yeah, I can't quite get my hand in there, but they are very, very large. Very, large pumps, and they push, like I said, 3,000 gallons. So, but the overflows up there, really good, lots of teeth, full siphon on both of them. So, yeah, it's come in. It would have been really comical to have gotten video of us trying to lift this stupid thing up here, because it probably weighs in the neighborhood of 800 to 900 pounds, if I'm guessing. But it's been water tested. The next time you see it, we should be a little bit further. I think we should probably have water in it, stuff, sand going in. We'll see what we can do next. So this is just going to be filled up with sand, so don't worry about that too much. But yeah, Nathan's very happy with it. Yes, he's very happy with it. Good. So that's just kind of an update, and we'll keep going. Feel free to post questions or whatever you'd like to. If there's something you specifically would like to see, we'd be happy to show you. Thanks. Have a good day.